Hey, my beautiful followers. How is everyone doing on this amazing Saturday? It is actually not super hot here yet. We are still in Texas in almost August, but it is not super hot yet. So I am back outside today I have this cool little blue romper that's just really cozy, and I'm kind of in that kind of mood today. It's gonna be an awesome day. I'm gonna go out and get my nails done and a pedicure with my best friend that I've known for 12 years, and so we are gonna have a couple hours of girl time, and then I'm gonna go spend some quality time with my man, just relaxing and enjoying the day. No plans. I have no plans today outside of my appointment to get my nails done. We are gonna just watch movies and hang in bed and do things that I don't usually do. For those of you who follow me, you know I'm not a movie watcher, but I foresee me laying around in bed watching lots of movies, eating some good Indian food potentially, or Mediterranean. I can't decide. But anyway, I was getting dressed and I was just in this casual mood, and I almost put on this blue romper I have, but I had braided my hair today because I'm just here, there, and everywhere, and I'm gonna look like Dorothy from the Wizard of Oz. So let me not wear the blue romper. So I'm wearing my 2020 the year shit got real shirt instead. While I almost drop you. So I think it's a funny shirt. But this has absolutely nothing to do with our topic for the day. Nothing. But our topic today actually comes from a workshop that I'm doing next weekend with Kendall Williams. It is our oral intimacies workshop. And it is definitely a master's in oral sex. It is. It's a master's in oral sex. So we joke about it all the time. Because I wrote it up when I was still very much in that therapeutic mode. Because those of you who know me, I was a therapist for years. I was still very much in that clinical mind. So I think it's 26, just the blowjob portion of this PDF is 26 pages long. It was a master's degree in oral sex, and so we're teaching that workshop next weekend. But I think also my clients have been coming to me, and we've been talking a lot about oral sex. I've been receiving a lot of oral sex lately, and it really just got me thinking about the importance. And if you go to my Facebook page, I reposted an article I wrote probably 4 years ago that was published on Rebel Society, and it's the vulnerability of oral sex. And today I just wanted to sit and talk about the importance of oral sex, because our oral game really brings such intimacy to our sex. Our oral game brings such vulnerability to our sex and learning. In truth, it brings so much learning. Because when we're having penetrative sex, oftentimes, yes, we can have these beautiful, slow moments where we're connecting with our partner, we're moving energy, it's very connective, it's very beautiful, but oftentimes we're in our heads where there's so much going on, the average person is not as focused in on themselves. Versus when you are receiving oral sex, you go into this receptive mode, or we hope that you go into a receptive mode, where you are surrendering in and just experiencing what you experience, experiencing your pleasure, experiencing your numbness too. Because I can tell you, and I did a sexual confessions video the other day on this, of how I recently realized, I was ooh, I'm numbed out here in my vaginal canal. Okay, I need to start really upping my practices because something stored up in my vaginal canal. So I'm I'm feeling things, but I'm a little numbed out in a couple spots, which I'm no shame, because guess what, we all have these things that come in and will block our sensation, block our pleasure, block our moment. But it requires me, when I'm in the bedroom, to really drop in and feel and experience and ask for what I need. And this is incredibly vulnerable when we are with a partner, to ask for, number one, ask for our desires, ask for what we need. And if you're not asking for what you need, if you are laying back there and your man or your woman is going down on you and you're I wish they would just do, and you're not verbalizing it, that is a beautiful cue for you to know you're not actually asking for what you need in that relationship in general. There's something that you are not asking for. Now, I'm not saying to be a drill sergeant in the bedroom, because, sex is still a fluidness, and it's like, there's a beauty in feeling like, oh, that's not on point with me. That's not on point, or I don't feel that. There's such beauty in feeling that. There's actually beauty even in, like I said, there's some numbness, but there's also a couple of pain spots that I've been like, ooh, like that's a little tender there. That's a little tender there. Again, doing my own practices, but there's some beauty of even going, like that's actually a little tender. And like that kind of hurts a little bit. There's beauty in even surrendering there and like feeling into that. And asking for what you need, asking for a transition. And how vulnerable is that with another partner to share that? It's so important to share that. And when we are giving oral sex is also incredibly vulnerable, because we are there, we are focused in, and we can focus all of our attention on this other human being. We can give all this love to this other human being, or we can disconnect and go through the motions of, I want him to just get off, I want to just like get him off, or will she just not fucking come already? And I can tell you, from an energetic perspective, we send our thoughts, our feelings, our emotions into our partner when we're having sex with them. Particularly when we're, well, not particularly, but in the oral sex game too. You don't have to be inserting your cock into your woman's pussy, and your woman doesn't have to be taking your cock for you to exchange energy. I'm sorry, but if you are using your fingers, the energy needs to be in your fingers. If you are using your mouth, then guess what? Get your consciousness on your tongue. Get your consciousness in your mouth. Feel your partner. Pay attention to the thoughts you're thinking while you're giving oral sex. Because I promise you, whether you recognize it or your partner recognizes it, you are sending that shit to your partner. You are sending that shit to your partner, and vice versa. Your partner is potentially sending that shit to you as well. But oral sex is so important. I would say it's not more important for women, but women definitely need oral sex in order to really open up their yoni, really get their pussy really moving and open and orgasmic. Because if you jump straight into penetration with a woman, your likelihood of giving her a good deep orgasm are going to go down significantly. I always tell my men, even the men I'm dating, that like I need a couple good orgasms orally before I can go to penetration, because if I want that deeper orgasm that leads me to be filled, like overflowing with orgasmic energy, to have the G-spot orgasm, to have the cervical orgasm, I need to be warmed up, and my body needs to be warmed up. So oral sex for a woman is so important. And women, it is important that we give oral sex too. It is important for the man to just be loved on and accepted, and we go into this so much more deeply in our class. I'm not giving you the whole class here, I'm just giving you like little tidbits, which you can find online, you can do online or in person with us, but I'm not promoting that right now. What I'm saying is that women, if you don't like oral sex, there is probably a reason. You have probably some trauma, something that you need to work through. Oral sex for a woman should be arousing. There is a spot in the back of our neck that actually is connected straight to our pussies, that if we are really giving good oral sex and we're doing it for our pleasure, it should actually be incredibly arousing for us. It should be the best part of some of the best parts of our sex game. I love going down on my partner because he gets to surrender. I get to see a different piece of him. This has been with all my partners. I get to see a different piece of them. I get to kind of get into that siren-y energy. And also, I get to get aroused because I am hitting all the important pieces. I'm loosening up my jaw, which when you loosen up your jaw as a woman, you loosen up other areas of your body as well. Connection. There's massive connection there. And so, to really allow yourself to explore giving your man oral sex and enjoying it. And then as a man, to really just drop in and allow yourself to feel and not try to control, but really drop into just the receptive mode, to allow yourself to just be the receiver and experience the pleasure at a different level, to not just try to get to the climax, but to experience the whole orgasmic energy. I can tell you, there is a difference between just giving a man a blowjob and allowing him to drop into the pleasure of that blowjob, allowing him to, like, moving the energy a little bit in that, you know, allowing your hand to go up his stomach, and I mean, it really is the presence level. But oral is so important, is so incredibly important in our sexing, and oftentimes it gets thrown to the wayside. It gets thrown to the wayside. I can't tell you how many men I hear that'll be like, I hate giving oral sex. I can't tell you how many women I hear about hating giving oral sex to their man. And I'm like, why? That's like some of the best pieces of the sexing. Like, yes, the sexing can be great, but the warm-up game or the oral sex is amazing. It's amazing. It's orgasmic. It's pleasurable. It's connective. It is connective, and there's nothing more vulnerable than having your legs spread or laying there as your partner is in the most intimate piece of your body. Like, think about that. Like, how freaking vulnerable is that? But are you allowing your vulnerability to actually expand out? Are you actually allowing yourself to feel that vulnerability and go there? What is your mental game on your oral sex? Don't just pretend to like it. Do you really like it? Are you conscious? Are you there with your partner? Are you enjoying it? And if the answer is not like, fuck yes, and even if the answer is fuck yes, think about doing our master's degree in oral sex coming up next weekend. And if you want the online version, it is always available at addisonbell.net. You can go to my programs page and find it and buy it, and it is yours for good. And if you are signed up for the event already in person in Plano next weekend, I cannot wait to see you. I cannot wait to share my enthusiasm on this topic and just connect with you guys. So other than that, I have a ton of workshops going on. Orgasm Camp, the Cock Connective for you men. I have a puja coming up a little bit later in the season, so check out my website at addisonbell.net, and I'm, as always, still available for one-on-one coaching programs. Other than that, go have an amazing rest of your fucking day. Go recover your life, go recover your sex, and expand out. All right, guys, I love you, and I will talk to you tomorrow.